Microtransactions and randomization? Alright guys, we got our first announcement of the upcoming Magic Legends Action RPG MMO at the Game Awards 2019. I already did videos on most of the interesting games that were announced, but I didn't get around to Magic Legends yet. One, because we don't have that much information, and two, I'm really hesitant on this game, guys. Now, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or negative Nancy before a game is released, because a game like this set in the Magic the Gathering universe with a big budget backing it could be a really epic game if done right. Magic the Gathering card game goes back to 1993, guys. So much world, so much lore, monsters, spells, etc. You get what I'm getting at. A large-scale MMO based off of the amazingly successful card game seems only right. Before I talk about my worries, let's get some of the general game info out of the way for anyone who has not yet heard of this game at all. Magic Legends is going to be a free-to-play action RPG MMO game that is said to come out for consoles, none were specifically mentioned yet, as well as PC. There is no release date yet, but when you go to playmagiclegends.com, like I'm doing here in the video, it says in bold letters coming soon, and also you can sign up for the beta here, which has been said could even start in January. So yeah, if you're interested at all in this game or the world in general for Magic the Gathering, you might as well sign up. You will be playing as a planeswalker who will basically help prevent the apocalypse with up to a group of 3, or you can play solo. How this ties into the MMO genre, I am not sure. We might have larger scale social spaces or world bosses, etc. Who really knows at this point? There will be 5 different classes, but you can switch between all 5 as you play. Not sure how that is going to work, but it sounds interesting. It said you'll be walking your own path across different planes, which to me kind of sounds like the Elder Scrolls Online system, where you can go to various areas in the game, and the game adjusts according to your level, so you're not really overpowered or underpowered depending on where you choose to go. It's kind of a cool system and allows for more freedom. But I do kind of personally prefer the older WoW classic system where you had to be in an area that was more around your level or you would get wrecked. I remember being a Night Elf rogue in Teldrassil trying to make the trek to Darnassus for the first time. It was intense because as I got further away from the starting area, the enemies got tougher and the journey became more difficult. And then when I finally arrived, I felt relief and accomplishment. You guys get what I'm saying if you've made long treks in World of Warcraft. The trek to Darnassus isn't really that long, but when you first play the game, this was 2015, it was long for me. This type of system can be a lot of fun. Maybe the best system is a mix between the SO leveling equalization as well as the classic WoW ways. We shall see what Magic Legends gives us. But let's talk about what worries me now. The first thing is that this game is free to play. And guys, what typically comes with free to play games? You guessed it, pay to win mentalities as well as microtransactions. I absolutely despise games that do this. I'm okay with microtransactions sometimes. They are minor and only purely cosmetic. It works good in like Fortnite and games like that, but in any type of RPG multiplayer game, I want nothing to do with microtransactions at all, especially in an MMO game. This game is being developed by Cryptic Studios and published by Perfect World Entertainment, 2 companies that have a history with the pay-to-win models and microtransactions. Neverwinter being the first game that I was exposed to these models by these companies. I did have friends who enjoyed Neverwinter, but as soon as I saw all the microtransactions and such, I was already turned off. Not to mention I've played many great MMOs in the past and Neverwinter just wasn't up to par with them. Oh, and the FPS also ran like shit. Companies who have a history with microtransactions and pay-to-win models, I'm not afraid to judge or assume things about. It's just such a shitty way to make a game, guys. Fortnite's really the only game where I thought the microtransactions were okay to have in the game. And the problem is companies still keep doing it. So if Magic Legends is based off of pay-to-win models and microtransactions, we need to just not play it and voice our opinion and shun Cryptic Studios as well as Perfect World Entertainment, because this should not be okay in the gaming industry, guys. We have to put a stop to it. And like I said, guys, Magic Legends, they are saying is free to play, so how will they make their money? LOL. But guys, we really don't know for sure yet, so I'm going to try to stay positive, but if it's anything like Neverwinter, I will never touch this game again after day 1. The second thing that worries me is the randomization of combat that we are told this game will have. We don't know any real specifics about it, but we're told that the combat might be similar to the card game. You will strategically choose spells or attacks, kind of like the cards, and then when you have chosen your lineup, they will activate randomly when you are fighting, or something along those lines. I'm not a big fan of randomization in any games except when it has something to do with drops or even critical hit chances when fighting, but making the actual combat abilities have randomized elements to them, like when you can actually use the ability or not, is a big turn off to me. Randomization is great in a lot of Nintendo Switch games when you're playing with your family, etc., but most people play an MMO and we kind of take it seriously. But once again, guys, I'm not sure. Maybe it will be done in an awesome way in this game, and I will be turned onto a new type of combat. I like the combat to be based off of my decisions, though, and if I die, I want it to be because I made a bad decision, not that I got unlucky. Randomization is the worst in competitive games. The more randomized things are, you put more luck into the game, and it becomes a lot less fun and a lot less competitive. I know some people enjoy randomization in games. A lot of people just play and they don't really care what happens. But there is a very, very large crowd of gamers who like to kind of take the game serious and don't like random things determining whether they win or lose certain things. Like I said, the competitiveness, even with yourself, not even necessarily against other people, kind of goes away when too much luck is brought into a game. So yeah, guys, those are two very important, actually, negative aspects to a game that would definitely turn me off from it. But like I said, we don't know for sure about the microtransactions. In the randomization, we're said we're going to get it in the game, but we don't really know specifically how it is going to be implemented, so it could end up being a real hit. We know that Cryptic Studios has been working on this game since 2017, so it sounds like it's a fairly big production, which is good news, but we never really know what that means that they've been working on it. Maybe they were just talking about it in 2017, you know what I mean? And believe it or not, guys, Magic the card game has over 20 million players. So there's actually kind of a lot of pressure on Cryptic and Perfect World to do this game well. Let's pray, guys, because this could be a cool game. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry about getting negative on things that we don't necessarily know, but like I said, I'm not afraid to say things when companies have a history of doing these horrible actions with microtransactions. It's only safe to assume that we're probably going to get that in this game, but we don't know for sure. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I upload videos 4, 5, 6 times a week. I also do live streams multiple times a week as well, usually starting around 7 p.m. Eastern, and I go until 11, 12, or 1 a.m. I do all sorts of videos on this channel, comedy videos, game reviews, tutorials, etc. So there's probably something for you. So I hope to see you guys again on a future video or live stream. I'll see you on the next one, Wolfpack. I'm a warrior, I'm coming with the truth. So shit, yeah, that's how we march back in the game.